Finding a good campsite in the backcountry is more than finding just a flat piece of ground. And today we're gonna be talking about what I look for when I'm trying to find the perfect camp spot. I've spent hundreds of nights in the backcountry, so these tips come from my own personal experience, and maybe I'll draw on some others here in the group. So let's go find us a new camp spot. So you're gonna be tempted to camp in a spot like this. It's the first flat piece of ground, you're right next to the lake, there's a river running right behind us. The problem is you're right next to water. And it can literally feel like a 20 degrees difference to camp right next to water like this, or to go a little bit farther up and get away from that water. Water inside the ground just ruminates cold, and you will be affected by that. So I've camped in spots like this, but just know you're gonna be extra cold here versus somewhere maybe even 100 yards away. Tip number 2 is be patient. It's really easy to walk a little ways and just look for that first campsite, but I promise you, finding the right spot is worth the wait. A good night's rest. Ow! All right, we got mosquitoes. That's why you don't want us to be this close to the water. No, but for real, be patient, get a little ways up here, find the right spot, it'll be well worth it. You're gonna be in your tent 8 hours, maybe 10 hours. It's worth walking a little bit of extra time. So just be patient and find that right spot. So we're gonna keep going, and I might put some bug spray on. All right, so tip number 3, go with someone who's meticulous about their camp spot. For us, that's Brigham. He's up here considering a spot to camp. He'll probably be rolling over that in his mind for about 30 minutes, but usually if you stick next to him, you're gonna have a pretty good spot. So, you know, you may have that option, you may not, but I do, and I take full advantage of it. Brigham, what'd you find this?
Pretty good tent site.
Yeah? Big enough for the both of us? You're just watching out for number 1 right now.
Just watching out for myself.
Right behind you.
So I'm really concerned about a level tent site, but right there's not bad.
This little
for one person.
two foot pocket, that's my spot, huh? All right, off the top of your head, what's your best advice for someone looking to pick a campsite?
If you value a good sleep, a level tent site is the most important thing to me.
Yeah, you can handle the cold temperatures by water, you can handle a lot of things, but rolling off your pad or sliding off your pad's the worst.
Yeah, for me, it's the most important aspect of a good night's sleep is the most level tent site I can find.
All right, tip number 4, I think we're on, would be to watch where you're placing it. Now this spot isn't the best spot, but I wanted to showcase it because sometimes you may have a nice flat piece of ground, but you will see something like this happening right here. Obviously, if it were to rain in the night, you might get flooded inside your tent. So be very conscious, make sure to always check if there's any kind of ravine or showing anything that might indicate that water could come running down through your camp if there was ever any rain. Tip number 5 is just because someone has camped there before does not make it the best camping spot and a spot that you should camp. This spot right here, while it has been camped in before, may not be our best choice. We're gonna keep looking. Bonus tip here. First one to get to the camp spot gets it. So I'll typically throw my poles down when he's not here, and then I claim that spot. So that's now my spot. You can't do this. No. Tyler, what did you find over here?
Well,
Tyler supposedly has a tip for us, but I see a whole lot of lounging about, so.
my tip is similar to Tayson's tip he just gave, which is don't be the last person to choose your tent spot.
That is true.
Because
that is
the last person usually gets the worst one. But in all seriousness, like I was looking at Brigham's, I was looking at this area right here and thinking, one thing that doesn't bother me is a slight decline if my feet are running straight down and parallel to the decline. Like I'm totally fine with that. So I think I can put my tent right here. So I'm just taking a break, testing the feng shui of my spot.
Is that pad specific, meaning like your pad doesn't slide, or maybe the 1/8" foam pad underneath doesn't slide? Or
this is the key. This keeps the pad from sliding, and it really is just it can only be like a gradual one. You know, if it's a big slope, then it causes trouble. But for something like this, I would have no problem.
All right, I think I found my spot, but before I give it to you, I want to touch on a few other things. Now, down here, it's not so much a problem, but when you are camping in the high country, be wary of something like lightning. Make sure you look up. So right here, we're looking up for deadfall. We want to make sure that there's nothing that's going to fall on us in the night if there is wind or something like that. This spot right here that I've chosen, actually Brigham kind of came through for me. I've got plenty of space here. It's quite level. There's not any big things that I'd have to remove or bother with or like deal with, I guess. Like if I had a big log underneath me or something like that. So it's a good spot. It's also, you'll notice, not on grass. So we mentioned down here, down by the lake, that could be a condensation problem and you can sleep a lot colder. But also on top of that, sleeping on grass can make the problem worse as well. So on grass right next to a lake is like worst case scenario. But for now, I think this is the spot. I'm going to make sure there's not any big things that I need to move like that, and then get my tent pitched. All right, so there you've got the things that I look for when I'm out pitching my tent. But I want to also hear what you guys are looking for, so drop those in the comments below. The 40s here does make it really easy to be able to pitch in some unideal situations. And in the You Went to Highline video, you can probably see the worst pitch I've ever done in some pretty serious conditions. So check that video out up here. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you guys on the next video.